After capturing the Guru, the dingoes confiscated his magic walking staff and Moonstone. Without these objects, the Guru is powerless.
Given that we're dealing with miners, I bet they stashed the goods in one of the caves around here. It's a secure location with plenty of guys on duty to provide protection.
I agree. The most likely candidate is this mine shaft. It appears to have the highest number of workers coming in and out.
Good place to start. I'm on it.
Sounds good. Let's go ahead and head into the mines. Let's see. You got any treasure? No? Okay. You can just bugger off. How about you? No treasure? Okay. Bye.
Those caves are gonna be dark. Your optimizer goggles will make navigation easier.
Are you sure about that? Because I think we'll be just fine without them. Yeah, both the NTSC and PAL versions of the first
If they're
game
here, the
slide games
Guru's
on
items
both
will be stashed at the
PCSX2
far end of this cave.
and PCSX2 and the slide collection on PCS3 because of region differences of the unlockable extras. I didn't think there were differences between different unlock requirements, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I've only played the NTSC versions of any of the given Sly Cooper games, because, well, I have no reason to play any of the out-of-region ones. At least not now. I kind of want your money. Bye-bye. Okay, let's keep moving. Anywho, the 3D optimizer goggles really aren't anything to write home about whatsoever. In fact, like I mentioned during the last... Oh, wow. Did you see Sly's fingers facing through the pen? That's pretty nuts. Good job. Didn't mean to do that. I kind of wanted to steal another person's cash.
I'm not into tearing up the environment or anything, but these caves are rich with opals. I can see why these miners are so driven.
No kidding, like holy moly. You mean 3 Sly games, but you do own the emulators despite the fact that you're a European. Somehow I did not get burned. Okay, so I didn't really get a chance to explain this, but when it comes to these little safe-cracking minigames, you just have to slowly rotate the analog stick until you feel a vibration. Once you feel the vibration, then start rotating it slowly in the opposite direction. Keep doing this until you eventually crack the safe. You'll know when to turn in the opposite direction once you start seeing the blue pulsating marks.
To your rightful owner.
These
miners are smarter than they look. They booby-trapped the Moonstone. It looks like a light-sensitive detonator. If I can get it outside and into the sunlight, it should power down.
Very interesting. Great, now we need to make our escape. Better do so before time runs out. Bye! Leave me alone, please. You know, maybe I'm giving the smoke bomb not enough credit. Maybe it's better than I originally thought. That's cool. Because I'm pretty sure those guards would have gunned me down if they weren't as good as I was making them out to be earlier. Who knows? Oh, my butt. Oh, that hurts.
The Guru's walking staff must be hidden in their other cave complex. I've marked the entrance in your binocular.
Okay, how the hell did you see me? Whatever. Irrelevant. You have perished. Oh, hello. You got treasure. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Phew, okay, cool. What can I say? Better to be safe than sorry. That's for sure. Now then, how are we gonna get back up? Yeah, gotta love it when I accidentally push the wrong button. Phew, okay, that was a little rough. Not the most masterful of executions, but you know what? Who cares? So long as we're alive, that's all that matters in the end. In the Master Thief Challenge version, you have to defeat a certain number of enemies before reaching the exit of the cave. Okay. I thought you had to do it within the time limit, but... maybe I'm misremembering. I kind of want to steal this guy's treasure, but of course he has to come this way. He just has to. Oops. Wrong ability. Well, I guess you're going to the Shadow Realm. Bye! Dang it. Whatever, no biggie. There'll be plenty of other treasures. Yeah, just as I thought. It does have a time limit. Okay then.
These caves have no ambient light whatsoever. Fortunately, it seems the Guru's Moonstone is providing enough illumination to let you see. Watch your step. These mine pits are deep.
Although, one other thing worth mentioning too, I think if you are using the 3D glasses for this mission, the brightness will be cranked up quite a bit, so it should allow you to see a little more easily alongside the Guru's Moonstone. Okay, what do we got? Perfect. Boom, baby. Got the staff.
Wonder what's so special about this staff. Another booby trap for a stick? These guys are paranoid. And from the sound of it, they've called in reinforcements. Nothing like a horde of angry dingoes to make things a bit more interesting.
Ain't that the truth? If only we had the strength of the Murray available right now, but alas, ow. Good job! Oh well. Thankfully, the load times for the PS5 re-release of this game is really, really short. Like, considering the fact that we're playing this game off the SSD, which costs about as much as a used car nowadays. I'm just saying, that is not a joke. I really, really wish it wasn't so gosh diddly dang expensive. Just saying, having the extra load time, extra fast load times is so nice. Ow. You remember using the 3D in Sly 3 on PS2 with the special 3D slot, 3D glasses with the game as a kid? Same with me. Whew, okay. That was way too close for comfort. But hey, at least the deed is done. Whew, that was definitely something. Okay, 487. Somehow I did not die. I mean, I gave that explosive barrel a great big hug. Like so much, in fact, that it popped like a balloon. Kinda crazy. And yet, we walking. I'm kinda surprised I didn't throw him into the frickin' dirt on the platform below. Yeah, it doesn't look like Sly has any more missions right now. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Okay. Almost got enough for Bentley's next upgrade, which I definitely want to try to get before I return to the safe house. But that's definitely going to be a lot easier said than done. And there I go, being Mr. Eager McBeaver. Okay, 100 more to go. Ooh, man. I'll tell you one thing, I'm definitely starting to sweat. Just saying, oh dear. We did! Well, that was certainly a fun trip to the Shadow Realm. And Chunk Talk that you already is a flashback from Slide 2. Yeah, true. I think I've pointed that out earlier. Nice little tidbit. And that's not the only throwback we have. Believe it or not, one of the slides is actually in reference to one of the Star Wars films. I think it was episode 5, or is it episode 4? Either way, it's one of those films. Obviously, the newer Star Wars films like Return of the Jedi and The Last Skywalker weren't even conceived at the time. God, what is up with these guys? Can you please just walk in the direction that I'm not going? That would be great. Okay, I probably worded that wrong, but you get the point. Oh my god. How'd that miss? Irrelevant. Bye. Can't exactly have you hanging around the bout, you know. Really? That didn't count? Jeez, talk about pain. But you know what? At least the deed is done. That took an unnecessary amount of time, but you know what? That's okay. Let's go and exit to the game menu and head back to the safe house. Fun fact, Slide 3, Episode 1 took place in Italy, Episode 2 takes place in Australia, Episode 3 took place in the Netherlands, Episode 4 took place in China. Neat. Okay, looks like Murray has a job to do. And, of course, we have ourselves the Berserker Charge. Let's push R2. Scatter enemies with this powerful run. So it's like charging into enemies with this ability. So think of this as the Adrenaline Run, but for Murray, and he can plow straight through enemies. Or if you played Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, it's like using the Bull Charge from said game. From the ever so popular Mercury. Anywho, you may be wondering, how does Murray pickpocket? Well, you toss the enemy into the air for 1, and 2, you shake them all around. Thieving opportunist. Neato. Sweet. I think that's for being able to pickpocket an enemy with all 3 members of the Cooper gang. I think that's how it works. But basically, shake what your mama gave you! Once you toss them into the air and catch them. There we go. Okay. Guess this guy doesn't have any more cash. Guess it's time for you to perish. See you in hell. Honestly, I feel like Murray is like the best when it comes to pickpocketing. Because his method of pickpocketing is probably the most fun out of all 3 characters. Because unlike Sly, where you have to get up close and personal, like to the point where you're giving him a kiss, and Bentley, you have to use a magnet and slowly pull and go back to him, pull again. Murray, you just pick him up and shake him like they're a pair of maracas. Honestly, so much fun. Bye. God, that's so satisfying.
know you're a little nervous to see your teacher again, but he's requested that you and I pay him a visit individually.
If it wasn't for the Guru, I wouldn't be the Murray you see before you today. I'm just not too sure he'll be pleased with my progress as a mystic.
What are you talking about? You used the Aboriginal ball form to great effect back in Venice. He'll be proud of you.
Maybe, but I lost my temper and got in a fight with Octavio.
To help me? I'm sure the Guru is happy to see friends sticking up for each other. Head into this cave. It'll take you right up to him.
Okay, Bentley. Caves ahoy!
You hope that you don't miss episode 3 because that takes place in the Netherlands, which is the country that you live in. Well, stick around and keep watching these sessions. Of course, I don't plan on finishing the entire game in one setting. I'm not a speedrunner, of course. If I was doing that, I'd probably be doing any percent. But regardless, I do want to play through as much of this game as I can.
Murray, try throwing rocks to destroy those stalagmites. Of course, throwing guards will work too.
That's good. Well, didn't quite mean to do that, but you know what? Who cares? You are my rock, and I will be your angel. That was probably the wrong set of words to use, but you know what? Who cares? Give me the candy. Gotta say, Snivy is hungry. He wants candy. Give him the candy. Otherwise, he'll get pissy. Just saying. You don't want to piss off a snake. Now then. Let's keep moving along now, shall we? Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen, but you know what? That's why we have rocks. And no, we're not talking about throwing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. No, you can do that with the Moana remake.
To the mine's
Just saying.
hydraulic flow chart, the door ahead appears to be sealed shut.
Then I'll just bash it in! What's the good of having fists if you can't smack steel doors with them?
It's too thick, even for you. No, to get through, we'll have to overload the pressure in this piston.
You want me to punch it? I could do that.
Use your Aboriginal ball form to bounce on top of the piston and smash it down. Build up enough hydraulic pressure and the door is sure to open.
Piston beware! You're about to be bounced!
Taken out of context, that sounds kind of dirty. Okay. Wrong button.
Yes! Eat it, piston sucker!
Nice. Anywho, you may be wondering, when it comes to Murray's current voice direction, do I prefer this over Sly 2? In my opinion, no. I mean, they're both just as good. At least in my opinion. Then again, maybe I am going crazy and he was replaced. I am not 100% certain. I mean, he sounds similar. He just went in a different voice direction.
Another locked door. To open this one, he'll need to overload all 3 pistons at the same time.
Okay. That shouldn't be too hard to do. Overloading all 3 pistons at once. By the way, I'm pretty sure that the timing of each bounce has to be, like, on point. If you're not bouncing high enough, or if you mess up the timing, well then, looks like you're going to be starting over. How did that work? Who cares? I win.
did it! 3 against 1, and I still took you piston chumps to school!
I hope that you... Oh, wait. I already read that comment earlier. Whoops. Wow, that's a big boy.
Whoa! Look at the size of that guy! He must be jacked up by that mask of dark earth the guru was warning us about.
Curious. It seems to make the wearer much larger. Probably more aggressive, too.
I can take him. My righteous quest to see the guru won't be stopped by some big stupid freak in a mask.
Even if you won, you'd have nowhere to go. The door through has an electric deadbolt. This whole area runs off the same circuit. Even the drills are linked up.
Then I'll throw this clown into the drills.
That might break the circuit. Give it a try.
Sounds good. Now then, let's see what we can do against the frickin' colossi we have here.
Keep it up. You did some damage.
Also, as you can see, we clearly are able to steal a little bit of coins from this guy. And funny enough, despite his big size, he acts just like a regular enemy. And it doesn't look like he deals any more damage.
Holy
Boom.
cow! That mask can run. Mine can't do that.
Intriguing. Press on to the guru. He'll have some answers. The door should be unlocked now that the drill circuit is broken.
Sounds good. Let's pay him a visit. Maybe he'll be able to answer why the hell it is that this mask is even alive.
Open up!
Boom, baby.
I have returned, my master. The black water now runs clear. I'd like to... I am asking... Oh, man. Yeah! I want to join back up with my friends, and, we're hoping you'd come along, too? You'd love it in the gang. We have all kinds of fun. Miners, gyrocopters, and a mask of dark earth? Yeah, that's a lot to deal with. But we'll help you, I promise. Thanks, Guru. I'm happy to see you, too.
Okay. Job done. Job's done. Now then, on to the next job. And thankfully, it's not too far away from our current location. Looks like we'll be going for a ride. Okay, how the hell did that work? There we go. Another onion ring added to the collection. Not very many coins, all things considered, but at the same time, money is money. And no, I don't find that funny. Okay, somehow I did not blow up. Who cares? Let's keep moving along now, shall we? Goodbye. You know, I'm kind of surprised that worked out. I thought I was going to go for an unintended swim. But thankfully that wasn't the case.
Murray, let's motor out to Ayers Rock and scare away those mining dingoes. Your guru wants it purified.
Awesome! This is the biggest truck I've ever gotten to drive! I could crush houses with this baby!
Sounds fun! Let me take you for a ride. Let's do this.